Here I have a game already started, which is a triple blitz scenario for 3 players. This is on a Motorola Zoom. My headquarters is here in Krull, and you see I have a number of items I've already purchased. I have quite a few infantry, an industry complex that gives me an extra $10 per turn, and a long-range neutron that I can fire on other hexes. My opponents are up here in Axia. I have MonkeyBot, who is a weak computer player, and it looks like he's just purchased a tank trap and a couple of men here. And over in Brax, I have Blitzbot, who, true to his name, has transported 10 men with a infantry transport here, to Rozz. So this is the situation currently on the board. And one thing I have to watch out for is Blitzbot might just transport 10 men right here into Axia, and his 10 men would overpower the 2 men there in Axia. And I say men, but really it's infantry, the infantry pieces I'm talking about. And if you end up with infantry or tanks or armor in anyone else's headquarters, you win the game. So I have to be concerned that he's just going to move in on MonkeyBot, and MonkeyBot really isn't thoughtful enough to even purchase a armor or infantry to try to prevent that. So Blitzbot he's not a really deep thinking computer player, but he's particularly dangerous with MonkeyBot as an opponent, because MonkeyBot is an easy target for him. So that's the reason I bought this long-range neutron, so that I could counter him if he is going to move into Axia. It's conceivable, though, that I could fire on Axia this turn, and Blitzbot could wait a turn, and then on the next round, I should say, I would not be in a position to stop him from then moving in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strike Axia with my long-range neutron, so that you can see that strike going across to Axia. And this really, I'm not really attacking MonkeyBot here. I'm really trying to prevent Blitzbot from winning the game. And to be ready for the next round, I'm going to purchase another long-range neutron missile. And when we play the round, all our commands execute at the same time. First purchases, then the moves, and then the strikes. So let's see what happens. So Blitzbot purchased a Patriot here in Rozz. Interesting, you see it appear there. So he must have been worried about my striking his own camp there. MonkeyBot moved his infantry out of Axia. Apparently, well, I mean, he actually saved his infantry from getting struck there with my by my missile. So now we're in a situation. So we see that Blitzbot didn't actually move into Axia. So he may have been concerned that MonkeyBot might buy an armor, or maybe he was worried about my missile. But in any case, I'm sort of in the same position as I was last round. So I could again fire on Axia and buy another missile, but I don't want to keep doing this. So at some point, I have to call his bluff, or he has to call my bluff. And in this case, my bluff is going to be that I'm going to strike Axia. But I'm actually not going to. I'm going to instead purchase a transport myself, so that I can start, so that I can head out into the middle of the boards faster, and I'll move 1 infantry to C1. So let's see what happens. I am potentially leaving the Blitzbot open for the win here. Because if he moves in with infantry and Monkeybot doesn't do anything about it, Blitzbot will win. But I'm hoping he follows whatever logic he followed in the previous round. So let's play it and find out what happens. Okay, Monkeybot bought a long-range nuke. Blitzbot purchased a mid-range neutron missile here in Rozz. And you see my transport now. For movements, I'm moving up to C1. It does not look like anyone else moved and no one else struck. So that was an effective round. The question is, how long can I just keep ignoring Axia? At some point, Blitzbot may decide, hey, I can just run in there because he's not going to fire that missile. But what I could do is, well, if I transported 10 men up here in Rozz, it would just be an even battle. But actually, that might be useful. Let's try it. I'm going to transport up into Rozz, and I'm going to put 10 men on my transport. Now, I'm really potentially leaving my own base undefended when I do this. So if Blitzbot was to anticipate that I might do this, he could actually transport down into Krull and win the game, into my own headquarters. I'm not going to give him that much credit. I'm going to assume that he's not actually that good. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And I'm also going to purchase government control in C1. Government control pops a new infantry unit at the beginning of each round out into that hex. So it's a handy thing to kind of secure a hex once you've already occupied it. So let's take a look at what happens when I play this round. If he leaves this as it is, we should all wipe each other out, and then we'll have some neutral items there that I'm going to be quick to run up and grab. If he buys a tank, then I'm in trouble because he's going to wipe out all my men. Or if he moves down into Krull, I'm in trouble because he'll win the game. But or if he moves into Axia and Monkeybot doesn't stop him, he'll win the game. So in a way, I'm really leaving myself open to some bad things here. But let's see what happens. Alright, Monkeybot purchased a bomber. That wasn't very useful. Blitzbot purchased a long-range neutron. I don't know what that's going to do for him. Okay, and here I don't see anyone moving other than my guys coming up. And so that was actually a very useful round for me. What happened here is now I have a bunch of neutral items, a Patriot missile, 2 neutron missiles, and a couple of transports that nobody owns out here in Rozz now. So I'm going to race up there with my infantry. That's the fastest way to get there, and I'm going to take possession of those 2 rounds from now. And I don't think these guys are doing very well. Let me check the monetary situation. Monkeybot has $10. No, Monkeybot has $20. Blitzbot has $10, and I have $34. So this industry unit that I have here, industry complex, is starting to. It gradually pays more and more dividends the longer the game goes on. So that's a very useful piece to have. I'm going to move those 2 men up into R4, and I'm going to spread out a little into R2 also as my other command. Let's see what happens. Nobody's purchasing anything. Blitzbot is moving a man out here to B5. He's a step too slow there. I'm gonna get there a move ahead of him. And Monkeybot is nuking me. That rascal. Okay, so my headquarters here just lost all that industry and other stuff that I had there. So MonkeyBot is now on my hit list because he just really did some damage. Well, I can just proceed now with the next round, although that was a costly strike from MonkeyBot, no less. I'm just going to move into Rozz here and claim this stuff. And let's see what happens. MonkeyBot's purchasing a jet. Jet isn't really a very useful item when there are no other bombers on the board, but he is MonkeyBot after all. And Blitzbot, what is he doing? He's just spreading out a little bit over here. So now I've just gained possession of the high ground here in Hex. So I'm in Rozz, sorry. So I'm actually doing quite well. What I might do is, seeing as MonkeyBot is not defending Axia, I'm going to just try a sneak attack here. It is MonkeyBot after all. And I'm going to transport 2 men right over into Axia. And I'm also going to purchase a bunch more men in Rozz. Just to have some troops there to transport on the next round. Alright, so we'll purchase a bunch more men and transport over here. Let's see how that goes. MonkeyBot did not buy anything that I can see to defend. Blitzbot purchased armor here in Brax, so he defended in case I was going into him. But it looks like I just won the game because he didn't even move those infantry back. So that's a quick demo of the game of Rozz.